You might have heard people talking about spontaneous human combustion. People who seem to burst into flames with no real explanation. A lot of times it's written off as a myth or a legend, but there are actually real cases of this happening. Hey, welcome to my channel. Today we be looking at 3 cases of spontaneous human combustion that might make you question the very fabric of our reality. First up, we have to look at the case of Maria Vittoria Fanti. She was an Italian woman who was taking a nap in her home in 2010 when she burst into flames. Her entire body was burnt to a crisp. And what made this case so strange was that the fire was only in the upper part of her body. The lower part of her body was completely intact. It almost looked like a V had been cut out of her, leaving her lower half unscathed. This led many to believe that perhaps she had been the victim of a bizarre crime, perhaps a case of mistaken identity or a ritualistic killing. But after further investigation, it was determined that this was most likely a case of spontaneous human combustion. Next, we have to look at the case of John Frink. He was an American man who was sitting in his easy chair watching TV when he suddenly burst into flames. His wife tried to put the fire out by smothering him with a blanket, but this only made things worse. The fire spread to the blanket and the entire room was engulfed in flames in a matter of minutes. When firefighters arrived at the scene, they found Mr. Frink's body in the charred remains of his house. An investigation was launched, but as there were no witnesses and no video evidence, it was difficult to determine exactly what had happened. Some believe that Mr. Frink may have been smoking and accidentally set himself on fire. However, this is disputed by his family, who claim that he had quit smoking several years prior to the incident. To this day, the case remains unsolved. Finally, we have to look at the case of Michael Cook. He was an Australian man who was taking a nap in his caravan when he burst into flames. The fire was so intense that it completely incinerated his body, leaving behind only a pile of ash. What makes this case particularly strange is that there was no damage to the caravan apart from the fact that the door was slightly melted. This led some to speculate that perhaps Mr. Cook had been the victim of foul play. However, a coroner's report later concluded that the most likely cause of death was spontaneous human combustion. So there you have it, 3 cases of spontaneous human combustion that might make you question the very fabric of our reality. If you want more videos like this, stay tuned.